Hi, we're going to look at the data export features of the generated ASP.NET UI. To start off, we are going to create a new solution. Against the AdventureWorks database. We're just going to provide a name for the solution. And that's it for now. So you get from 4 empty projects because we chose to generate code against ASP and WCF. And of course you will need the data and the business layers. Okay, so next step is to select the objects. We're just going to generate code against 3 schemas. So select only the tables from 3 schemas: human resources, person, production. So we're going to deselect the rest, and we're just going to generate code right now. Projects are reloading. Okay, so these are the generated files, and they have been automatically added to the project. So we're going to make the ASP web application the startup project. I'm going to run that. So these are the forms we're going to get by default, and they will be arranged against the schemas. So we're going to take a look at the employee form. It shows employee data from the AdventureWorks database and also related data as well. So you would notice the export link. We're going to open that up, and you have options. So you could export the current data and just the current data, that's the default, to the browser, and also you can select which fields you want to export. So right now we're just going to click open again, open, and what's going to happen is we have the options to open the XML in the browser, and that's it. So what you have here is the employee data exposed as XML, including the related fields like the employee address and department history list. Okay, we're going to close this. We're going to export again, but this time we're going to select specific fields. So let's say the title, the birthday, and the gender. So export. And there you have it, title, birth date, and material status. So this is very useful if you want to look at the data using a different application, or maybe import it to a different application or a different database. So next, we're going to export the data to Excel, and we're going to actually select more rows instead of just the current page. you're going to get a warning because the extension is different from the content. It's a security warning from Excel. And you choose XML table, the default. And that's how the data exported would look. So next we're going to export to Word and see how that looks. Switch that to Word, open, open. It's just a different look for the data. It's still XML. Notice we are exporting the first 25. Excel has a different behavior for a single row. So let's switch this back to single row, to this. Switch it to Excel and click open. You see the data it's not as nicely formatted as it would be if you exported more rows. It needs more rows to create a schema. Go ahead and close that. Also, if you are exporting to Excel and you select just a handful of columns, so let's try that out. You might notice that the data again will be viewed, will be presented differently by Excel. So open. This time Excel presents the data as just XML. Different behavior based on different the different content for the data. So the print option actually takes the HTML from the current page and exports that. So let's look at that in Word. So print this to Word. Open. So this is how it's going to look if you do a print to Word, and you can see the related entities as well. So it's a different view of the data, and again, depending on what you're going to use the data for, you might find this more useful than actually the XML. So let's try print to Excel. Not quite sure what's going to happen. Again, what you have in the background is XHTML. So this is XHTML as viewed in the browser, and it looks different. Again, depending on what you want to do, this might be what you need. So let's try print to browser. So printing to browser will create a HTML file which you would have to save. So do that. Save as. So you're gonna save employee main.html. Save. And if we actually open the file, what we're gonna get is just the HTML and view source. So what it is just a stripped down HTML, and it's ready to pick up styling from a page you can paste this into. That's about it. Also, what you can find out later is that if you create a method or search, then you can also export the results from that. We'll look at that later. Okay.